Hey everybody, this is Joe with Just Joe Applications, and I'm going to go over today parent menu, parental controls, and browser controls. So just understand that the browser controls are what restrict or unrestrict your child in whatever way you see fit or appropriate for your family, your household. So when you click on browser controls, you can't just the kid can't just go in and change these. They need your email and password, which means you need to do this. Okay, so just joeapps@yahoo.com. I'm going to put in my password. Of course, I can view it if I want. Obviously, that's not my real password, but there you go. And I'll click login. Now, I've got my particular browser set up a certain way to restrict and block certain things, right? So let's go over the details of this message first. Buttons are saved instantly, so if you click a button on or if you click a button off, that is saved automatically. Changes to sites and words. That's the allowed pop-up sites, any restricted words, and exception words are saved with the save and close button below. That'd be this button right here, this big wide button, save and close. It's hard to miss. Restricted words are hidden due to their explicit nature. You can unhide them by clicking the show text box. So the reason I added this is because my restricted words always showed, and my kids would be hanging around while I'm trying to adjust some stuff, and they'd be like, ooh, what is that really bad word that I don't want them to know. So if your kids are around, go ahead and get them away from the video because I'm about to show some stuff. Alright, I'm going to click show. And these are the words that I have default restricted in the browser. Now you are the parent, right? So you can remove these words if you don't want to restrict them, or you can add more words if you think it's not restrictive enough. Whatever the case may be, take a word, you can remove it out of the list or add it back. Let's say I want to add a new restricted word. I'll click this button and say enter restricted word below. I want to block, I don't know, poop, right? I want to block poop. I don't like that my kids see poop, right? So when I go in here, there's a built-in search feature in these list boxes, right? Where you can click in and you can just start typing, right? And you can see that there's poop. You added poop. Poop is now there. Poop was not there before, but now it is. Okay? And then you can turn it off so they don't see all them crazy words. But that's how you add and remove restricted words, right? So I have exception words here. What this is these exception words are exceptions to words that you have restricted. So let's say your kid is bothered, or you've blocked the word moan, right? Moan is a word that I block by default for reasons, right? But moan also blocks the word Moana because Moana contains the word moan. It's a problem, right? So I don't want to remove the word moan. You could show your words. You could type in moan, right? You could go down here and you could just remove the selected word, and it won't block moan anymore. But let's say you don't want to do that. You can add an exception word. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one just for the purposes of this video, and I'm going to add it back. So I'm going to add exception word, and it gives you the list of your restricted words, and you can do it the same way. You can drop down, you can drop down and you can type in moan, right? There it is, moan. And the exception word that I want to add is Moana. And I'm going to click add, and there. Now, when it sees the word moan, it'll say, oh, look, it's a bad word. We got to restrict this. And it's going to be like, wait a minute. Is the word actually Moana? Because if it is, we're just going to let it go. And that's how the exceptions words work, right? There's also, over here, there's allowed pop-up sites, okay? These are pop-up sites that have been allowed by the user of the browser. You can restrict this function, these pop-up sites. You can add them yourself, or you can remove ones like about blank. I don't even know how they got in there. But these are ones that show pop-ups on your browser, right? I'm going to turn all these guys on so I can explain them to you. This is a pop-up approval, parent-only restriction, right? So the explanation of this is if a site wants to pop up something in the browser, your browser says, hey, there's a pop-up. This guy wants to pop up in your browser. If you have this turned on, then if the kid selects yes, then they need your password, your username and password to actually allow it. If it's off, which all my kids have this off by default, or when I set up the browser, because I didn't care that they want to add pop-ups, right? I don't care that all these sites are allowed to pop up in their browser. I don't think it's a big deal. Other parents might think it's a big deal, and so their kids won't be able to allow any pop-ups unless the parent comes to the browser and enters their username and password. Okay? You can turn that on or off. I also have blocking Google Images, blocking Google Videos, blocking Bing Images, blocking Bing Videos, blocking Yahoo Images, blocking Yahoo Videos. This is because graphic content can be displayed and looked up in these images and videos. It can be a problem. My kids are pretty trustworthy people, right? I usually block Google Images off and I block Google Videos off. They don't even use these browsers, or these, not browsers, but these websites, or search engines. So I just leave them on. It's never been a problem. This is also social media. You can block your social media. You can block Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, Snapchat. These are the ones I have set up by default. Let's say there's something I don't have set up. Let's say Twitch, right? Oh, no, not Twitch. Twitch is an okay app. I don't know. Let's say, goodness, what kind of other social media is out there? This is why I only have these options, y'all, because I don't know any other options. Anyway, if you wanted to block something that's social media related that's not one of these, you can just add that to your restricted words, right? And it'll block it for you. Anyway, so this is how my thing is set up. I've blocked all social media platforms. I've unblocked the Google Images, I've unblocked the Google Videos, and I've unblocked pop-up approvals, right? That's what parental browser settings are. You control what your kid can and can't do. And when you get done, make sure you click Save and Close. Now, one more thing I'll show you. We added poop to restricted words, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start browsing. I'm at Google, right? I'm going to type in poop. Oh! This material is restricted. An email has been sent to your parent to review your search link. Click the OK button to reload the browser page. They click the OK button. It kicks them back to the page before, and they didn't see anything related to poop, right? And that's what browser settings are and parental controls in this browser can do.